No. Okay, if you guys were just tuning in earlier, I apologize. Mistakes happen. First of all, it's Cody's fault. I just came home from a long 8 hour plus day at work, and yeah, I was going to make this no matter what. And Cody, unfortunately, made a mistake. Colin, it was supposed to be joining me, and yeah, I'd rather have Colin join me. Yeah, if you guys were just tuning in earlier, I pretty much said everything. So this is a restart. It was a mistake. Mistakes happen. We're all human. So basically, what I said earlier about the Fallen for Film podcast, in that it's ending, and I figured I'd have Colin speaks, and since he just got here. What's up, Colin? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? Yeah, that was funny. I guess I was texting Cody instead of you, and then you started it, and I was like waiting on the link, and then all this stuff. So I was like, "What is going on?" But I'm
Yeah,
glad
I
I'm
was
here.
like, what's happening here?
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, man, I'm doing good. It's good to see you. I feel like I haven't
Yeah, it's
talked
great
to
to
you.
see you, man.
I
Yeah,
haven't talked
yep,
to you in a while. If you noticed, things are kind of different around here.
that's
Kind of
right.
in a different little angle in my bedroom. I got my
Yeah.
TV right there, playing some college football. So, yeah, but I don't know. Where would you like to start? I know you
Okay.
wrapped something.
Yeah, so I opened up basically talking about the podcast, why we're ending it for reasons being super busy. We have busy schedules, busy lives, work,
Yeah.
you going back to school, and me getting a new job. And basically, yeah, if you wanted to reiterate on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not even just time. I think it's a little bit personal reasons. Without getting too personal, I've been going through some stuff, and if I'm being honest too, um, I think my channel, and I guess to an extension the podcast too, because it's kind of an extension of what I do on my channel. It's been just kind of taking a toll on me, a little bit burnt out with all the content and having to watch this movie and this movie for a ranking, and then this movie for a movie review, and then this movie for a culture project and stuff. So it was a little bit time consuming, and if I'm being honest, I'll do a video on my channel for my audience, but I know we share some fans as well for the people in the chat. I don't know where I stand as far as my channel. I don't know if as you can tell, I took down my set. I kind of had a creative meltdown on like Friday, or not even no, like Wednesday or something,
Wednesday.
and yeah, Wednesday, and I was thinking, maybe I'll redo my set, trying to kind of come up with some things. And as I was taking it apart, I just realized I didn't want to put it back together, like mentally and then physically. And I just don't know. It sucks because I started it this year, and I've had a lot of success doing it so far. I hit 1,000 subscribers, and clearly I have a fan base that supports me, and I really really appreciate that. But I don't want to do this if it's not fun anymore. And I did have some amazing moments, and in particular on this podcast. I think one of my favorite things to do all week, every single week, was do the podcast. It's probably my favorite thing to do every single week because it's nice and relaxing. I was starting up a podcast / live show on my channel. I don't know where that stands now. I need to talk to some of the guests I was gonna have on in the upcoming weeks, but I just, for lack of a better term, I don't know if I'll be doing this anymore. Just because I mean, I don't know. I just think there's just a lot happening in my life, and I don't know. It's a kind of, I didn't prepare like a big speech or anything, but I think
Yeah,
it's
me neither.
with that. It's just super raw and like kind of just straight to the core of things, but without getting emotional. It's just kind of, it's taking a toll on me, and a lot of you guys probably don't know this because
Yeah.
I don't have a super big following on Twitter, but there was a little bit of controversy with what some of the things I said, and some people not agreeing with the opinions I had
Yeah.
on
Mhm.
the Lulu Wang and the Ron Howard situation and some of the comments she made, and I didn't agree with the comments she made. And although I still stand by my opinion on the actual overarching theme and opinion on what I said, there was some verbiage and some words I used that I offended people, both people I don't know and people I consider friends that I've met in this YouTube game. And it was heartbreaking to know that people I know were hurt by that. And if you're watching the stream and you saw it and you kind of want to distance yourself from me or whatever, or were a little bit more offended, I 100% apologize and I feel horribly about that. Although I do still stand by my initial opinion on it, I think I could have handled it much better or just not even gotten involved at all. So I think a combination of just being overrun with so much content, doing this podcast, starting up my podcast. I'm a teacher. I'm going back to work in a pandemic with seventh and eighth grade children. I think it's been a lot. I just moved recently. I'm going over a breakup, so it's just a lot that's happened, and it's the year 2020, so it's a lot. And I don't want to say this is permanent though, because like it's not. I'm for the Falling for Film, but for us, like I think we're still gonna be good buddies.
Of course, yeah.
So I mean, I can't thank you enough. I mean, like you helped me, my channel grow a lot. You connected with me, connected me to a lot of people, and couldn't appreciate you more.
Yeah, absolutely, man. First of all, everybody in the chat, no, this has nothing to do with what Colin said. This is all about time management right now and personal stuff going on in our lives. Our lives come before YouTube, and there's just stuff Colin has to focus on right now in his life and with my life, starting up a new job. I'm not going anywhere, guys, YouTube-wise. Just the podcast is ending on my channel. I'm going to take this time to focus on me, my channel, and what's coming up. Of course, I started my Halloween 2020 series, and I have a Disney Renaissance ranking, and I want to focus on that stuff right now. And adding in the podcast was a good time because, the pandemic happened, and I had time to add it in. But now I don't have the time anymore, so I had to put that from the schedule. And it's just nothing negative, guys. This is definitely not ending in a bad way at all. Colin and I don't hate each other. We're great pals. We respect each other.
Yes, I mean, we had what, like a 30-minute conversation talking about this, and Cody was involved too, and we came to a conclusion that this was the best decision. And we all three of us said, like, this was just a fun thing that we did during, and I want to kind of pat ourselves in the back too. Like, we had a fan base, man. Like, we did numbers. I mean,
we did. First of all, I wanted to shout out all the guests we had on. Yeah, Durbin from Durbania. He was our very first guest. Jared Tuckendahl, Jay Vaders, my good buddy, Griff Schiller from FilmSpeak, Sean Chandler, of course, Elliot from Movie Files, Ronald E. Smith, Austin Burke, Chris from Filmstock, Kristen Maldonado, Jaren Talks Movies, Dave Lee Down Under, Alyssa from Mainly Movies, and Larry from LC Screen Talk. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for coming on the podcast. All amazing channels if you guys haven't checked them out. And of course,
it was great getting to meet all of them too. That was the thing.
Yeah, it was a great experience for you, man. And of course, we got to thank the fans. I mean, they made the podcast what it was. So
tremendous support, like with the numbers, like we were saying, you have a really loyal fan base, but I think one of your more popular content each and every week was Falling for Film. I mean, we did 300 listens just on YouTube, and then of course now just on the podcast platforms as well. So we definitely had loyal fans of it coming each and every week, participating in culture projects and unpopular or underrated and overrated movies of the week, all that fun stuff. So it was really cool. I mean, we had the birthday episode, which literally got, what'd that get, like over 1,000 views?
1,100,
yeah. So I mean, it was fun. Everyone getting like super hyped and kind of knowing our personalities, and know that we came up with like funny episode titles, and we had like a fun little like culture to the show, and I think it was some good memories for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Before we ended off, I figured we'd just go through the chat, address some things. Falcon B, sad to see the podcast end, Ryan, but thank you for all the awesome episodes we got. Absolutely, man. It was just a blast. All amazing episodes. We had a lot of great moments in there. Christian, if you want to watch the playback, we pretty much explained why we ended the podcast in full term. What's going on? Nick Lloyd, congrats, and also congrats to Colin for being a great co-host. Thank you, man.
Thank you. I'm shocked Ryan picked me, by the way. I've told him that multiple times. I've told you that multiple times. I have no idea why he chose me to be his co-host, but as we know, I think it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it was a blessing in disguise, picking someone you don't know but who has podcast experience and loves movies. It was a perfect match if you think about it. We've gotten to know each other a lot, and we do really respect each other.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Knight. So is Colin's channel ending? No.
It's up in the air right now. I don't want to say it's ending. It can always come back, but I'm gonna use the word suspending. I'm gonna say I don't know where it stands right now.
Okay. Now this is how it was supposed to be. Thank you, Cody. Yeah. Jeez, Cody. All right, let's address Zachary. Sorry about the podcast. Thank you for all the fun couple of hours of entertainment every Monday. Hey, if we entertained you for a couple of hours, I'm mind blown that you listened to us for that long. We're happy to hear that type of stuff. We entertained you. You guys love watching it. Mason Roberts' podcast was so fun. And yet, Jack Benner, you were here earlier. But seriously, guys, thank you guys so much for watching us. It was a blast, a great run, 26 episodes of the podcast. Meeting Colin just in this awful 2020 year, it was just great while it lasted.
Yeah, it was a good way to distract us from the craziness. Not all good things. Sometimes things don't have to last forever. Maybe sometimes I think sometimes you're like, oh, we're going to do a podcast and it's going to be for 500 years. Like, sometimes it's just good to have it, enjoy it, and then kind of end it, sometimes shows have a season finale. Seinfeld isn't still happening. Breaking Bad isn't still happening. That 70s show is Game of Thrones had to end every now and then. This isn't a cancellation. This is just a season finale. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, the podcast will still be up. We're not deleting it. It's on the YouTubes, the Spotifys. It'll be there. If you want to listen to a podcast just for the memories, it's always going to be there. All right, before we close it off, thank you, Colin, once again, man, for being my awesome friend and co-host. I'm always there to support you if you're making a video. If you are, I'm always there if you want to collab.
Yeah, you too, man. You and Cody, great guys, the O'Toole brothers, iconic duo, and definitely won't stop watching your content for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.